Hello, we're on Scarborough South Cliffs today. Firstly, apart from the mud flood I'll show you in a bit, but beautiful uniformity of this row of houses. Really is nice. The roofs seem almost original as well, where so many of these properties have had the roofs tampered with. I wish somebody could date these for me. This architecture. Right, the point I want to make is with this one, as with other ones in Scarborough, we'll start off with that one over there first, we'll come to that. But you have lovely, beautiful properties. As I'll go over the road and show you, they're all in mud flood along here, which when you turn around, I know you've got the trees there, but that's your view. So why would you build levels below the road? Morning. Just get across the road here and I'll show you what I mean. It's quite strange. I've just been taking some still photos. All that side of the cliff, there's massive civil engineering work going on to try and stabilise all this cliff face. And when you look, the amount of properties, there's one here for sale, one for sale there, one for sale there. But anyway, that's not what I mean. As you can see, the very first property I come across, how far down that goes. Stood on tiptoes, you still couldn't see out the top of that window and see the sea. And as you can see, the mud sloping down the garden basically. Lovely little door in the corner there. Notice a lot of these are converted into apartments. And we've got coming across one here. As you can see really how far down they go. And I'm unable to get around the back of any of these properties, so any further I don't really know. Press over the next one. This is a stunning building. There's actually a date on this one over here, this building, but plaques with dates on mean nothing really. But what a grand structure. Strange doorway. Round turret tower here. The thing I've noticed with these properties, a lot of the ones down this side, they're actually real brick. They don't appear to be tampered with, or most don't. You can't really see going down on this level, but I just want to show you the stunning properties that are up here. Really need to get on to the next house before we start and see the levels. This, oh dear. Oh, that's strange. I can't get in there. But these can only go under the road. I would so love to go down there. But there's no way in. and it is private property. There we are again, we've got the street level. And then that can only go underneath the road that I'm stood on. It can't go anywhere else. I'll have to have a look, see what this building is. It's lovely, it really is. Telltale events. I'd so love to have a look around these places. Right. Give you some idea of the depth of these. You know, as we're walking along. Let's give you some idea how far how far out the centre we are. There's the centre over there. It's so quiet and peaceful up here. See the brickwork, as points out, it's almost like the eye level is, you know, tarted up, scrubbed up, whatever. But your upper levels appear to be your original. You know, it does actually look like stonework, not the plaster that I'm so used to seeing around here. Just again, access into one of these low levels would be great. Not that that's going to happen, right? In the stair, as you know, I've learned these stairways and the first levels are quite often, you know, facade being tarted up at a later date, but the upstairs looks pretty original. The brickwork does anyway. Try and rush on a bit down here, because they're all pretty much the same down here. There's a building around the corner here that's really caught my eye, which I'll get through in a bit. You know what I mean, that's difficult to see because the cars are there, but when these houses were built you wouldn't have had them trees there. You've got wide open North Sea. This is a strange sight. One that's actually being sold. It's tempting to have a good stare in some of these windows, but quite a lot of them are, you know, residential properties, people's homes, so but every single one without exception down here have your false doorways that are put in, you know, a window maybe that's been opened up and properties down below. Building coming up down here struck me. I've come up the cliff lift to get up here. What is the bloody metalwork around the top of it? Get a bit closer and I'll show you the building, but it's like having garden fence on the top of your bloody house. Mud. A little picnic area being made down there, look. Catches the sun most of the day as well. This is quite strange. Looks what once was a door there. Maybe being shut off. Transferred off, I don't know. Try and cross over so I can get a better look at this big building and the upper floors of it. If I can get across the road without getting hit. I've said it a few times on these little videos I make. You've just seen all them levels below street level. Why would you do that? Why would you build down over when you've got that view? You know, the trees won't have been here 150, 200 years ago. It absolutely makes no sense at all.
Who was it teacher once upon a time?
You can almost see the difference in colour. You know, it's really fresh, brushed up on your lower levels, where your higher levels. Here we go. Collecting something out the ether, maybe? The air? Who knows? Some idea of, you know, how far down it is to the sea. Lovely place to live. Have you got the money? See, as with so many streets in Scarborough, these are actually the ones that are facing off onto the seafront. But I'll just let me get past. You know, properties that lead off on the side roads are all the same. And I just cannot seem to get past this. You know, speaking to the staff in my hotel, speaking to the staff in the Grand Hotel, nobody seems to know nothing about this area. You know, and these are people that have lived on this area all their lives. But history's not everyone's subject, like I don't suppose. Look, this building with all the metalwork on top. Doesn't look that deep. It isn't that deep. But who's to say? There's almost an old stone way out there. see just by looking at that. There isn't real stonework. It isn't. It's plaster. Let's have a little wander around the corner away from the seafront. See if we can find anything else. Oh Christ, we're back into the wind again. Do not seem to go down very deep this side. That we can see, that is. For sale to let. I'm not going up there because it's windy as hell, but they're all the same, these houses, all of them, without exception. Let's crack over onto this side. Lovely gardens. Gardens and parks, as Mick mentions, all seem to be scattered about in between these mud flood buildings. There's that metalwork again on the other end, the other side of the building. God knows what they are. Answers on a postcard, please. Hi, on Scarborough South Cliffs. Cracking view, innit? North Sea. I want to get round to these houses. And the beautiful uniformity of them, really. All plain sash windows. You know, your doorway. It's window turned into a doorway. As I keep mentioning about Scarborough, everywhere you look. And really, I'll point out here as well. The top levels, it's nicely painted, but I think it's the original plaster. You know, what was thrown there in the beginning. For a later stage, when these buildings, I believe, have become damaged, or to hide the mud, come up with this brickwork. What I've seen so many times around Scarborough these past couple of days, most of this brickwork, it's not brickwork, it's plaster. There's no depth to that at all, but I don't believe that's the finish of it. As we go around the corner we'll see a bit more. All this here in front of us, massive civil engineering works going on to try and stop these cliffs from crumbling away anymore. I say crumbling away, they're not cliffs like solid rock terra firma. The mud cliffs. You know, it's not like solid bedrock, you perch on a big outcrop of rock, you're not. It's just all mud. The grill, but that's not very deep. Round you bastards. Actually, there's no evidence really along this first one. But once you get to the second one, here we go. For sale.
Drops out.
The very first properties you come across. Cracking view. You know, you look out your front room window into this concrete mud. It's almost through the keyhole. Who would possibly build a house like this? Especially when that's your view. It's alright, look. Get out your way. Another thing I found out, I don't know, people seem to be so friendly up here. Mind you, it is a posh area of Scarborough. What amazes me with these, the amount of metal work in the front. Mad. This postman, beautiful big house on the corner here. Yeah. Why roads like this? There's actually a church round the back here. They're all pretty similar down there. So we're going to go and give this church a bash I've just spotted, and if it's out decent, I'll give you a shout. Going on St Mary's Avenue. All in properties, as far as the eye can see. I've walked on there a few times. They're all one, I'd say maybe 2 or 3 layers below street level. Proving all that's a different matter, but you know, the very fact of building houses below street level when you've got the North Sea in front of you doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, it's just a short one. Bye for now.